All right, so you buy a car and you decide, oil changes, I could go to the dealership or I could just go to that place down the street, friendly people to get to it really fast. It costs about half the price. Car, we get that. But what if you're running a big business and you're using these these software systems that need maintenance?
Hmm.
You could pay the people that provide that software to give you first party service. It's a little bit slow and it's really expensive. Or you could pay our next guest who can help you out at a fraction of the price and with much better service.
Sean, you laid it out quite nicely. Thank you. I'm sure Seth appreciates it. He joins us now. Seth Raven, he is the co-founder and CEO of Rimini Street. Seth, great to talk to you this morning. And congrats on this company. Very interesting. We got a little bit of an overview, but if you could explain it a little further and talk about why it's so unique.
Well, thanks for having me this morning. Being a Las Vegas native company, we are a 15-year-old company now with 1,300 employees operating in 20 countries. And we're headquartered since day one. I started the company in my living room up in Centennial Hills. And now we have been continuously headquartered in Las Vegas for 15 years, and we will continue to remain so. We saw an opportunity to come into this market space that billions and billions of dollars are spent on these large computer systems that run payroll and manufacturing and finance for a lot of companies. And they pay a lot of money to the software manufacturer for annual maintenance, which includes tax and regulatory updates and a lot of things that companies need every year. And we saw an opportunity to come in at half the price and provide a better service. Good old competition.
Yeah, no question about it. And you've probably become the right company at like the perfect time right now. You have a lot of these businesses that are now clinging on to, whatever money they can at the moment, and they're trying to hold on to whatever talent they can. And it's tough to do when you have very, very expensive contracts on the books. Why is Rimini Street right now the perfect time for companies to give you EULA?
Sure. I think we are, this is obviously a horrible situation for the globe, for mankind. But in the world of business, this is a unique opportunity where we've seen every company needs to find a way to adjust their costs to adjust to the new revenue. Companies have been impacted in terms of what they can expect to sell, which means they have to adjust the cost right away or they will bleed away all the cash that they have. So this is an urgent situation for just about every company in the world, including governments. So, Rimini Street being the right company at the right time with the right service, our ability to step in and change the cost basis of this annual service can save some companies tens of millions of dollars. And what that means is they can stabilize their business, save jobs, and focus on the things that help make them a growth company. And that's where Rimini Street can play a really valuable role to the community.
Well, it's exciting to hear that Rimini Street really is kind of accelerating during this time. It is possible that
Mhm.
many companies will emerge as great victors, as problem solvers right now, because of course we
Mhm.
are undergoing a global crisis. I see here that you wanted to talk about the mandate, the CIO, Chief Information Officer mandate. I
Sure.
assume. Yeah,
Sure.
could you speak to that?
Well, I think that, in companies in years past, the CIO used to just keep the computers running. They would make sure that the infrastructure of technology continued to function. Today, the CIO must come to the table with a cost model and a labor model that works for the company, that allows more funds to be spent on competitive advantage, which drives growth. As all of our friends in the Valley know, this is a really competitive world. Whether you're running a mom and pop shop, a small retailer, you're competing against big box stores. You have a lot of competition even within the Valley, let alone globally. So you really need to focus your money where you can make a difference to the business in pushing your competitive advantage. And you don't want to spend more than you have to on IT. And this is where the
Yeah.
CIO now plays a really important role.
No question about it. If people want to learn more about your services and maybe see how you can help their business, where do they go?
Well, they could certainly go to our website. It's a great place to start, which is riministreet.com, RIMINI, street spelled out.com. And you can learn all about our services. And even more importantly, because we're hiring so many people today, we are really in a very fortunate, lucky position to continue to hire hundreds of people on a global basis. I think we have 200 open positions right now.
Wow.
We're hiring in Las
Wow.
Vegas. We love to continue our expansion in Las Vegas as our hometown and be part of the solution in every way we can.
Well, it's
Well,
great having you,
thank you.
Seth, and continued success to you and continued success to the businesses that turn to you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
If you want to learn more
Take
about
care.
Rimini Street, you go to RIMINI street.com. Rimini Street is a proud sponsor of the Morning Glow.